Hello and welcome back to another season of Sims 4 Bisexual Bachelorette. I'd made it in this shift, and this season we're doing a little bit of a different theme. We may go back and do another season of the fictional character Bisexual Bachelorette. But this season's theme is Dungeons and Dragons. So this intro video is probably going to be shorter than the first episode of the Raven's House of Cutie season, because I already have these characters pre-made and in my gallery, because a couple months ago, for funsies, I went ahead and made a bunch of my D&D characters. So, I narrowed this down to 9 of my D&D characters, which means that one of the houses is going to have the house with the bisexual bachelorette, me, is going to have 2 people living in it at first instead of the one. And the other house is going to be 8 people. So, let's talk about and meet some of our contestants. Okay, first though, we are going to delete, Buttercup because she's a minor. Okay, so here are our first 3 contestants. These are all based on my Dungeons & Dragons characters. I think they're all rad as hell. I love them very much. There are very few of my D&D characters that I have not made a version of them. I haven't made any of my characters who are animal people, because I'm not sure how exactly to make a humanized version of them. And I've made a character of one of my teen characters, but my 2 youngest I have not. But we have just about everybody else. So first off, here is my first modern D&D character. Her name is Waverider, and she is a half-orc wizard monk. She only has 1 level in monk. I call this lovely combination Punch Wizard. She is 19. She's a lesbian. She is absolute surfer dude. I based her personality a lot on Mikey from TNT, Bill and Ted, and a second Doctor from Doctor Who. She has 2 moms. Absolute mama's girl. And, so I came up with this backstory pre-pandemic. So if you want to skip ahead a minute while I describe it, that is fine by me. Basically, her story is that, as I mentioned, she's an absolute surfer dude. One of her moms is a healer. The other is a badass warrior lady. So one year, around the annual surfing competition, this mysterious illness plagued the village. About a third of the village got sick. They weren't able to figure out what was causing it, what was spreading it. And part of that third of the village that got sick was Kukarna's mom, Datha, who is a healer because she worked with the patients so much. And Datha told her and Kukarna's other mom, Curzon, that this surfing competition was very important to Kukarna. And, that she should still be able to attend just because her dear old mom wasn't there. Kakarna places very well in the competition. It's for ages 16 and up, so this is the first year Kakarna is able to attend. She gets second. And when she comes back home with her mom and the rest of the village that was not fallen ill or taking care of the sick, they had just up and vanished. Everybody who was sick or just started showing symptoms, they were all gone. So Kakarna and Curzon have been looking to find Datha for 3 years now. They've gone their separate ways, spread across the globe looking for her, and they will not rest until they find her. So the traits I picked for Kakarna are bodybuilder, high metabolism, because she's a very buff, athletic lady, goofball. She's very fun and silly and cool. Cheerful. She's usually very peppy. Of course, we had to have Bro. Other fun facts about Kakarna. Her favorite bands are Oingith Boingith, Sir David of Bowie, and Queen. She was picked on a lot as a kid because she was pretty scrawny. So now she does her best to always look out for younger, smaller, and weaker people. And her favorite animal is a flamingo. And once when she was a small child, she had learned that flamingos were pink because they ate shrimp. So Kakarna's favorite color at the time, also pink. So she decided to also only eat pink food, and in doing so, she ended up with a vitamin deficiency. Let's see, here's her wardrobe. Formal. Let's see, is there anything new we could look at? We might spruce that up a little bit, but we don't have to. She's not a dress-wearing person, really. She looks very badass. She never wears a skirt. She's rarely ever seen without her sandals. Here's her sporty look. She never wears lipstick, but she always wears very bright, fun eyeshadow. Her sleepy gear. Party gear. She loves a good Hawaiian t-shirt. It's her favorite. Summer outfit. Cold weather. Okay, so this isn't everybody, obviously. I'm just going to tell you, as I add them, a little bit about them. So next up is Koli Strangehand. He is a paladin of Loki. I played him for a one-shot. I don't think I even got to pick out his domain or anything. So Koli's... Oh, I forgot to mention Kakarna's background is sailor. So Koli is a charlatan paladin of Loki. Koli was an orphan. He never had much. He grew up on the streets. And one day, his mentor, I can't remember his fucking... Uncle Davy. I think his name was Uncle Davy. He met his mentor, Uncle Davy, was a charlatan. And Uncle Davy taught Koli everything he knew, brought him into his orphanage, which is basically like if it was run by Robin Hood, and he taught all the orphans to pickpocket and steal and lie. But one day, there was a big... Koli became Uncle Davy's partner and confidant. And one day there was a big score to be had, but Uncle Davy screwed Koli over, ran off with all the money, and basically left Koli in charge of the orphanage. So Koli is in charge of the orphanage, tries to do right by the kids, still teaches them to lie and cheat and steal. Koli did not initially want to be a paladin, but once he learned more about Loki, he got really into it. He loves the finer things in life. He loves wine. Like most of my characters, he loves to steal. And yes, he does have no eyebrows. I want to see, did they add any new hair, maybe? I bought some more DLC. Let me see. Care if it's a mask or not. All them haircuts, please. So usually when I draw Koli, he has a bang covering the side of his face, and it has a white streak. I don't think there's any hair like that, so this will have to do. Okay, so Koli is chief of mischief. He's dastardly, he's a perfectionist, he's materialistic, and he's jealous. Let's see. This is his normal outfit. This is his formal outfit. Sport outfit. Sleepy time outfit. Party outfit. Swimming pool outfit. Summer outfit. Oh, I forgot to give him his guy liner. There we go. So no eyebrows and guy liner is a look, and that's the look he wants to share with everyone. Up next, we have Hrothelmira, Mira Montguard, aka the Mithril Marauder. She is a dwarven fighter / rogue, and her backstory is that she is a dwarven mafia enforcer. She has been part of the mafia and in gangs basically since she was 12. Her best friend became the dawn of her organization, and shortly afterwards he was murdered, and Mira was framed for the crime, and now she she's trying to prove that she did not do the dang thing and get back in the mafia's good graces. I don't know why her eyes are brown, they're blue. And so, public enemy, dastardly, self-assured, hot-headed, materialistic. Fun fact about Mira, she has a pet thanks-a-lot named Leone, of course named after Leone Bacchio from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. He is her son and her best friend, and he's so beautiful, and he can fly, and he evolved like a Pokemon. This is her regular outfit. This is her formal outfit. Sport outfit. Sleepy outfit. Party outfit. Her swimwear. Her summer outfit. And her winter outfit. So all of my D&D characters are Karna, who is solely attracted to women and non-binary people. She is definitely a lesbian. Everybody else is bi. So okay, let's add our next batch. So I've never actually rolled up Dani. She is the older sister of a character I played in a mini campaign. She is a half-orc rogue. When her parents were very young, when she was very young, her parents died, and she was left to take care of her baby sister, Dani McFate, who is a very powerful and evil and tiny sorcerer. Dahlia was in college at the time. She works hard to make sure that she can provide for her little sister and to continue her education. And as she is a rogue, she does do some stealing from time to time, as most of my characters do. I'm not sure if Kakarno is very steely, but I feel like most of my other characters love to steal. Kakarno's maybe nosy. Dani is also, as I said, all my characters are bi except for Kakarna. Dani is also a trans woman. Dani is probably not as developed as some of my other characters because I haven't gotten the chance to play her. I played her little sister. Dani tries to do her best, even though she doesn't always know what she's doing when she takes care of Dahlia, because Dahlia can be a little brat, and it's hard to deal with someone who has outbursts of magical ability when you yourself do not have any. But she tries her best, best single mom she can be. She has successful lineage, domestic, active, genius, loves the outdoors. And here's some of her outfits. This is her everyday look. This is her formal wear. This is her athletic gear. It's her sleepy time gear. It's her party look. This is her swimwear. This is her too toasty wear. And that's her cold weather wear. Another character I have not actually gotten to play yet. This is Wolf Link. Wolf comes from a family of adventurers. His parents, George and Sally Link, are world-renowned. His 5 older brothers are... they took to the family business pretty well. Wolf did this very reluctantly. I don't think it'll let me pick multiple sets of pronouns. Wolf was assigned female at birth and is gender fluid. Wolf usually does prefer he/him pronouns to she/her. It really depends on his mood, how he's feeling that day. One day, Wolf's parents were held for ransom because of their gambling debt. And now Wolf has to be the responsible child and pay for their ransom so they won't be, murdered and shit. Wolf doesn't always have the best time with his family, but he still loves them very much, and obviously, doesn't want them to be murdered. If you could see the height thing, Wolf is also very petite. Wolf is 5'4", buff as hell, probably has cool top surgery scars and tattoos. So Wolf is a bodybuilder, high metabolism, perfectionist, loves the outdoors. Loner, had to pick that because of the wolf part. They're already in here. Can I change them into a werewolf? also, Wolf is a ranger. I forgot to mention that. Wolf is a ranger. We'll see if maybe we can't get them some werewolf powers later on. That would be sick as hell. So everyday gear. Formal. Wolf also is a half-elf. They would also be considered biracial by regular human world terms, because they would be considered of Japanese and Scottish descent. I wish it would tell me what this traditional gear is called. I would love to know that, because I'm not even sure if this is the right outfit. Additionally, Kakarna is of Black and Native descent. She is Afro-Native. Just a little fun fact there. So this is Wolf's sporty gear, Wolf's sleepy gear, Wolf's party gear, Wolf's swimming gear, Wolf's hot weather gear, and Wolf's cold weather gear. So, there are a bunch of characters I haven't gotten to fully play yet. This is Excelsior Lee. They are, what background did I pick? They are an aasimar rogue. Let me look at D&D Beyond real quick. I haven't gotten to play them yet. But they are a backup character for a campaign that I am part of. That I haven't played yet because my other character is still with us and is still part of the adventure. Oh, I gave them the cloistered scholar background. Jesus. So Excelsior is by our terms, she would be a young native person. They would be a young native person. I feel so bad when I misgender my own characters, especially when we have the same fucking pronouns. So they have a cloistered scholar. Excelsior, also goes by Cells or Sella. Stella knew from a very young age that they wanted to get into archaeology. But as they began studying archaeology and a lot of its practices, they realized how shitty it was towards non-indigenous and non-white cultures, and they became just very depressed and disaffected when one day their teacher and mentor, the great Professor Scorch, came to them and told them about this society that they were part of that took back artifacts from museums and took them back to the peoples and civilizations that they rightly belonged to. Sella greatly excelled under Scorch's tutelage and found a new purpose in life, and still very much loves learning about history. However, there came a night when, as Scorch and Sella were part of a heist, and they got caught. Professor Scorch told Sella to leave her behind, and Sella was very badly wounded at the time, had no other choice, and never found out what happened to Scorch. After that day, Sella vowed to never leave a comrade behind, and Sella became a mentor in the organization. Didn't quite take over Scorch's role because Scorch had been at this job much longer than they had been, but found a place in the organization, hopes to one day find and free Scorch if she hasn't already been executed. Stella is a Renaissance sim, quick learner, active, a geek, and a kleptomaniac. All my characters love to do a big steal. So this is Stella's everyday gear. This is their formal wear. Athletic, sleepy time, party, swimwear, hot weather, and we had to have some professorial gear for the winter. So next we have the character who I am currently playing in technically the same campaign as Stella, but this is the character I'm currently playing, will play until either there's a reason to write him out or to just end his journey in some way, just whatever feels right. His name is Spookilus Scerriman. He is a tiefling warlock. He's a trans man. Spookilus's family is very wealthy, and they are part of a cult that worships a demon known as He Who Sits Below. Once every 100 years or so, He Who Sits Below would commit to a brief union with one of the cult members. And out of that union came Spookilus. So Spookilus and his mom are considered minor deities in the organization. Spookilus realized at a young age that he was trans. His family helped and accepted him and made sure he was able to transition as comfortably as possible. He goes to a very respected magical school. He's very talented at magic and very charismatic. But he definitely got in because his family sponsors the school. During his time there, he met his boyfriend, Lori Blackthorn. I think his last name is No, not Blackthorn. Lawrence Blackrune. I can't talk. Lawrence is basically big, kind of scary looking goth dude, but he's a druid and he's very sweet and gentle and he loves animals. But he is not royalty. His parents are merchants. His family did not approve of the relationship. They did not care that Spookilus was dating another man because they're very accepting of everybody's gender and sexuality in the cult. But, you know, he's a peasant. Not gonna happen. They tried to get Spookilus to marry so many other people. Spookilus finally one day just fucking had it. And he left school, and he wanted to find his own way and make money his own way to marry Lori. Spookilus very recently also became a cleric to his demon father, who's revealed is actually a demon god. So, I believe he's a cleric of the trickery domain. So he is looking for his soulmate. He's alluring, he's romantic, he's a foodie, he's materialistic. This is his everyday wear, his formal wear, athletic, gotta show off that bod. Sleepy time, party time. He loves a good jumpsuit. A lot of times he likes to wear something with a plunging v-neck because he feels very liberated since he got top surgery. Swimwear, tiny speedo possible, summer wear, winter. It's probably Lori's Letterman jacket. And let me see if I can squeeze anyone else into this house, or if we do need to set up the other one. So this will be the first one. Dungeons and Dragons. Dating. DD. House one. And let's see. Do that. And then we can make the other house, which is gonna be me and some other characters. So again, Kokarna, Koli, Mira, Dani, Wolf, Excelsior, and Spookilus. Only his mother will call him Spooky and not just Kid. Utterly destroyed for it. Ooh. Let's start in summer since it's summer now. Make our way to fall. I can afford the slot in a second. Okay, we can set up their shit first. I think everybody is uncomfortable or flirty. It does look like. Let's set up their shit first and then... Okay, yeah, let's go life decider. Gardening, charisma, cooking, mixology, piano, gaming. Okay, those work well for me. Those work well for her. Jester, needy, innocent. Okay, well, if that's not gonna cooperate with me, go manage worlds. And we can determine everyone's traits later. Okay, it and me. I can talk about me in a second. Okay. So you may recognize me from our other season. I'm Raven. I them. My traits: best-selling author, muser, creative, geek, goofball. Let's see. Here's my outfits. And let's see. Here are my other two characters who will just be living in the house with me. This is Heska Whisper Ludwind. She is a air genasi wizard with, I believe, a sage background. She is from our time. She's a time traveler. Quantum leap style. She used a spell that made her go back in time, but she is in the body of her great-great-great-grandmother, who is a very hormonal 19-year-old. So this is what she looks like normally. This is how she sees herself. I do not have the 19-year-old version designed. This is what Heska looks like. Heska is a historian. She wanted to go back in time to study history. And sometimes she helps out on archaeological digs. She has nerd brain, she's a quick learner, she's a genius, she's a geek, and she's outgoing. Also calls everybody my fine fellow. It's kind of her thing. Formal, athletic, sleepy, party, swimwear, warm, cooled. And finally, we have my dark elf Raven Queen paladin, Namine Hellena Ravenia. She's kind of an asshole. She cares only about the Raven Queen. She is a were-raven. I'm not sure how we make her a werewolf, though that would be kick-ass. She also has nerd brain. She's a quick learner. She's mean. She's gloomy. She's outgoing, though. Very goth. Basically wants to marry the Raven Queen one day. Here's her formal attire, her athletic attire, her sleepy gear, her party gear, her swimwear, hot weather, and cold weather. She is a tank. Oh, also, I would say in real world terms, Whisper would definitely be Southeast Asian. And they're gonna live over here. I'm not sure we're gonna explain that these two just kind of live with me. You're of course going to attempt to romance them as well. I could not decide on just 8 people to romance, so we have 9 this time. Alright, hopefully you can download those and play with them. I will be assigning them their traits and stuff next time. We'll have everybody meet, decide who we want to get rid of, all that jazz. Next time. So as I'm recording this, I have not finished up the other season of Bisexual Bachelorette, but I very much, wanted to do this and have some fun with it, so hopefully we do. So, this is just set up. I will see everyone next time. Thank you so much for checking this out and my other seasons. Hit those like and subscribe buttons. Maybe leave a comment. Unless I get, like, another pack of characters, this will probably be a one-off, little mini-series with my D&D characters. Thanks so much. I will see you all later. And don't forget to check out the other seasons of the Bisexual Bachelorette, if you so wish.